himself, man. You see, which he has a lot. He got a lot of these people. You know what I'm saying? Our people in the mindset of, like the scriptures say, they're going in the way of Cain. You see, a lot of our people in the same. They're in the mindset of Esau, man. They are his duplicates, man. You see, but it says he would be extremely smart, but he would not develop a conscience. In this true goal, it says, and that is the true goal of some materialistic circles. And what is that circle talking about? With that Illuminati, these rich, all right, these top rich international banking families of the House of Edom, man. That's their ultimate goal, all right, to take spirituality, or take that link, all right, between the Most High and his people away. You know, it says, with such a maxim, you can easily make the etheric body loose in the physical body. Once the etheric body is detached, the relationship between the universe and the etheric body would become extremely unstable. The man would become an automatum. I think I'm saying that right. Automaton, or something like that. Let's see, man. Let's see what that means. All right. See what that means real quick. It's a lot if I'm slaughtering it, but it is what it is.
Automaton.
Automaton. It says a moving mechanical device made in imitation of a human being. Yeah. So they basically, you will become something that Esau can control. You see, you wouldn't have that, what people would think is as free spirit. You wouldn't have spirituality anymore. You wouldn't have that link to the Most High. All right. You would basically, and you know what I'm saying, you having that within your body, that link, that God gene within your body, you're subject to the will of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And what Esau wants to do is totally cut that off. That way you can be subject to his will. He'll be able to control you then. You know, he'll be able to put this technology in once he cuts that God gene off, and then you'll be subject unto his will and what he wants you to do. You see, and they're pushing it on the guys, like we just read about how like it said, he would be extremely smart, but he wouldn't develop a conscience. You see, you can, and that's his whole thing of transhumanism. You can become smart, you can become this and that, but ultimately you become a machine, man. You become, all right, soulless, man. You see, just like a fucking computer, just like AI. AI is soulless. It doesn't have a conscience, man. You see, and that's exactly what Esau wants to make the people into. That way he can be able to control them. All right. It says. It says, for the physical body of man must be polished on this earth by spiritual will. So the maxim becomes a kind of arthromate. I don't even know how to say that. Force. It says man can no longer get rid of a given materialistic feeling. He becomes materialistic of constitution and can no longer rise to the spiritual. You see, and Esau totally wants, and that's what he wants to do. He wants to cut you off, man. So let's go to this video.
Years ago, Rudolph Steiner wrote that in the future, we will eliminate the soul with medicine. Under the pretext of a healthy point of view, there will be a vaccine by which the human body will be treated so that the human being cannot develop the thought of the existence of soul and spirit. He would be extremely smart, but he would not develop a conscience. And that is the true goal of some materialistic circles. A viral video which claims to be a leaked 2005 presentation to the DoD by American geneticist Dean Hamer shows a man briefing a room of men about the VMAT2 gene, the God gene, and how it can be suppressed with the use of vaccines.
Excuse me, on the left over here, we have individuals who are religious fundamentalists, religious fanatics, and this is the expression, RT-PCR, real-time PCR expression of the VMAT2 gene. Our hypothesis is that these are fanatical people, that they have overexpression of the VMAT2 gene, and that by vaccinating them against this, we'll eliminate this behavior.
You see, they have an overexpression. You see, that's going into the elect, man. You see, that's going into the elect, and he ultimately wants to cut the elect off, man. That remnant that will be faithful unto the Most High. You see.
In 2002, former news anchor Ryan Harper claimed in the San Francisco Chronicle that he created this video as a short film, but has provided no clear evidence to substantiate this claim. And if it is a hoax, then it appears to be disinformation. false information deliberately spread to employ strategic deceptions to advance political, military, or commercial goals. Because in 2009, Dean Hamer lectured at Marlborough College about this same subject.
Well, it turns out at least one gene that's involved in spirituality has now been identified. It's one of many different players. The next slide showed it. It's something called the vesicular monoamine transporter number 2.
And in 2004, Hamer published the book The God Gene: How Faith is Hardwired into Our Genes, wherein he argues that a variation in the VMAT2 gene dictates one's openness to spiritual experiences, and without it, we cannot feel God.
Man, let me rewind that, man. That was deep. You know what I'm saying? You see it, it's in us, bro. You know?
The vesicular monoamine transporter number 2.
And in 2004, Hamer published the book The God Gene: How Faith is Hardwired into Our Genes.
How you said faith is hardwired into our genes. Let's go, man. Because the scriptures tell you this. All right. The scriptures tell you that in so the elect is hardwired to be faithful unto the Lord, man. You see, it's nothing that Esau can do against the elect that will make them turn against the Lord, man. You see why? Because ultimately they're hardwired to be faithful. All right. Ecclesiastes or the book of Sirach, chapter 1 and verse 14, it says, to fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and it is created with the faithful in the womb, man. You see, it's a part of their DNA structure, man. And that's something that Esau wants to go into and ultimately cut off, man.
Variation in the VMAT2 gene dictates one's openness to spiritual experiences, and without it, we cannot feel God. Not only is this information accurate, but it appears to have been deployed. In a recent article by Dr. Ariana Love, it is shown that this technology has existed for years. The VMAT2 gene is a protein that carries several vital neurotransmitters to synapses in the brain. It basically controls the central nervous system. Deleting it, known as a knockout, would greatly reduce these neurotransmitters, creating an endless list of chronic health issues. VMAT2 deletion is accomplished using the SLC18A2 cDNA ORF clone, where more than 100 years ago.
Right. And that's why it's a big push on receiving these vaccines, man. You see? And ultimately, that's why it's a big push where Esau is going to link, all right, this the medical field onto this technology, man. You see? And by him doing that, he's going to be able to go within the DNA and cut off that God gene. You see, and ultimately cut you off from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You see, he'll totally erase Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai's name that's written in our DNA. He'll white out over it and put his name. You see, he ultimately that's how he's gonna. Hey, man, this man is diabolical, man. You see, I don't want to make this too long, Lord willing. This lesson edifying. I'm gonna post this video, this short snippet, this 3-minute video of the God gene theory on my page as well. So. Like I say, Lord willing, you brothers and sisters, we edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Kakwadash. The honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, that teach and well, and as always, peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.